What is up, you guys? Mental Hog back here for what is episode 7, otherwise known as the beginning of season 2 of the Arsenal career mode in FIFA 22. Last season, of course, you probably remember, we secured top 4, I think on the last day of the Premier League season, which was pretty clutch. And yeah, so this season we've got Champions League football, we have got the budget to back that, which I will show you shortly, and we've got a team that maybe could use an improvement or two in a couple of spots. So this is going to be an interesting season for sure. So I hope you guys are excited for season 2 of the Arsenal career mode. If you are, show your support down below by dropping a like. It really helps the channel grow. Honestly, it helps a lot more people see it. So make sure you do that. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. About 90% of you watching are not subscribed. So let's make that closer to like 10% of people watching not being subscribed. That'll help a lot as well. And comments down below for what else you'd like to see in this career mode. Players signed, tactics changes, you know, stuff like that. Let me know what you'd like to see down below. And yeah, let's just start simming forward. And by simming forward, of course, I mean, let's take a look at our squad. So we've got 47 people in the squad. Some of the kids that were really low rated with no potential ran out of contract, so we lost a few players that way. And yeah, so we've got a lot of players at the club that we need to offload, but you know, we got our mainstays, which we know about. A couple of things that I did do in between is I converted Tomiyasu, like I said at the end of last episode, from right back to center back. He went up to an 82, I think he was 81, or yeah, he was 81. So he went up a rating, and he'll be playing a role at center back. He'll be playing with Ben White and Gabriel, trying to decide who's going to be that first choice center back. We've also got William Saliba, though, so I'm probably going to keep him around this season. I've heard that in real life he'll be sticking around here, and we'll be selling a lot of other players. And what that does is it leaves us with a gap at right back, because Cedric, I don't want him here. Bellerin, he doesn't want to be here. These guys are a little bit too low rated, and Maitland-Niles literally begged to leave this club at one point, so we're going to let him go as well. And then, you know, we got players like Torreira. I'm happy with the left-hand side. I was thinking about maybe improving here with Smith Rowe and Martinelli, but they're both really good, and they're growing together, and they're young. So I'm going to trust them and just let them keep their spots there. In the midfield, I'm going to try and get rid of Granit Xhaka, and Guendouzi's back from his loan spell at Marseille, and I think in real life he might have joined Marseille, but I'm going to keep him here for this season just as a backup, really, so that I don't have to worry about signing somebody. So he'll be here. Maybe he won't play that much though. And then we've got, you know, other players that need to go out on loan. We've got Odegaard here who might need some backup, and then we're going to try and replace Pepe with somebody else on the right hand side. Maybe it will be Guillaume, who knows. And actually, I remember now, Reece Nelson is here, and I'm pretty sure he's fine with being at Arsenal. So I'm gonna keep him here, and I'm gonna play him as a backup on that right mid spot with Saka. I think he'll be good there. And then one thing I'm going to be doing is selling Eddie Nketiah. I got an offer for him, and I sold him for 10 million to Monaco because he literally didn't score a single goal last season. And if you want to be a backup striker, it's kind of important. So maybe we'll let Balogun get a shot at being our backup striker this season as well. And then, of course, we all know we have Darwin Nunez here. So in real life, he's literally about to be announced to Liverpool any second now, but I'm glad I signed him up to Arsenal before that happened. So yeah, that's what our squad looks like. And like I said, we have a gap at that right back spot. We don't have anybody that can play there at the moment that's going to be sticking around. So I know exactly who I want to bring in. So let's talk about that. So the signing I want, you can ignore all the free agents that you see here. Actually, that you see here. I'm going to let myself maybe sign 3 of them for backup, maybe. But I just have them shortlisted right now. But anyways, this is the signing that we're going for. Matty Cash from Aston Villa. He's young, so he fits that kind of project going on at Arsenal with the young players. He has a real game face, which is always a nice plus. And he's a high-rated right back with good stats. He has good, decent pace, good stamina to go up and down the pitch, and his crossing is really good too, which is important, even though it's not showing it, because this game sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and try and bring him across from Aston Villa. That'll be our first piece of transfer business, and I'll show you what our budget looks like after that. It's kind of insane, I'm not going to lie. Alright, Stevie G, we're going to start right on his value. That's how I always do it. 26.5 mil. What do you have to say to that, sir? Partey and money. That's just absolutely not happening. So let's up our offer to 26.5. Now I know what you're thinking. That's what you just offered. Exactly. That's how negotiations work, boys. It's stonks. Simple stonks. Okay, so about 34 grand is what it's going to cost to bring him across. I'm just going to go ahead and counter with 30. I think that should be more than enough. Okay, I guess not. Stevie G, you're being a little bit of a hard boy here. 32 mil. No problem. And you probably got a glimpse of what our transfer budget looks like up there. We have like 200 million. So yeah, signing like this is not even going to put a dent in that. We'll have opportunities and room to sign more players. And we're going to be selling a lot of players. So we could have like, honestly, we could have like $500 million once we sell everybody. Anyways, let's get Matty Cash a contract. Okay, so this is what his contract is probably going to look like. Important 4-year deal with no release clause and a tiny bit of a pay cut, just a couple grand, but he'll probably ask for a little more. Never mind. Matty Cash, welcome to Arsenal. There's the announcement for you. Matty Cash, 24-year-old, I don't know where that 20 was coming from, 32 million, wearing that number 2, and his value actually stayed the same. Didn't go up, didn't go down, which is totally cool with me. And Matty Cash is an Arsenal player. Already some transfer business here. Granit Xhaka going to Newcastle for 20.6 mil. He's not really done that much for us last season. I didn't need him around, so yeah, off to Newcastle. A couple of more sales here. Pepe off to Inter for 31 mil, and Pablo Mari off to Levante for about 8 million. So yeah, I'm just trying to offload as many players as I don't plan on using this season. Not even necessarily to raise funds, but just because I don't need them here. I don't want them taking up space and wages and all that. And maybe we can make some kind of signing off of that, some kind of huge signing or a few, who knows. Maitland-Niles is now sold to Aston Villa, so a replacement for them after Matty Cash left for 15 million. And then a couple of more interesting things. So a Youth Academy player, Ole Gosh, is going out on loan, but Bernd Leno, I went ahead and sold him also to Levante. So he's joining Pablo Mari, I think. And in real life, he's about to be leaving, and his contract's expiring. So I went ahead and let him go. And this is going to be a good opportunity for one of those free agent signings, because obviously we can't just have Ramsdale being the only goalkeeper here. So I had seen somebody when I was just looking through the free agent Youth Academy regens to go hand in hand with this plan that we had to, okay, yeah, he's been bought by somebody. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. I can just go in for him and buy him anyway. So Milos Olszewski, I think is how you pronounce that actually. He was a free agent, but I guess I waited too long, and he signed for Napoli. So we're going to have to pay for him, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so what should have been a free transfer ended up costing us about 16 million plus these wages, but that's okay. Milos Olszewski, welcome to Arsenal as our backup keeper. And I'm still going to count that as a free agent signing, because he was literally a free agent when we saw him. And Daniel Ballard also selling to Celta Vigo, so a lot of players going across to La Liga for us from Arsenal here. Another sale of one of our players, Mavropanos, going to RB Leipzig, so back to the Bundesliga for 15.6 mil. And Sevilla, wanted by Lucas Torreira, so I'll go ahead and accept that. He can definitely go. And I'm not trying to sell any of my first team players, which is why you'll see these rejections of offers from players like Gabriel. And to be honest, I kind of forgot about the Youth Academy, but we went into a new month and I got a report. So anybody who's like 17 or 18, I'm going to go ahead and sign them and try and get them out on loan this season, because otherwise they're going to want to leave the Youth Academy anyway. And as far as scouting this season, I'm honestly not going to do it, because we're in the Champions League, we are chilling, we are not going to have a chance to use any players we scout. And also our budget is insane. We've got $257 million euros, and nothing I really care to spend it on, so that's pretty cool. And Torreira sold to Sevilla, so we're just continuing to clear out, not even necessarily deadwood, but players I just don't want to be using. And what's our squad size now? 44, so it just seems like it's never going to go down enough. Oh hey, there was a World Cup, and Italy won. They didn't even qualify in real life, and they just won the World Cup. Okay, and if you could believe it, it's already time for the first Premier League game of the season. On August 13th, we kick it off against Everton, which I'm pretty sure is the team we played the last game of last season. So, just a little break, and we see each other again already. And I'm not going to play this one this month. I'm actually going to wait and play Man City this month. So, we're going to sim the first 2 Premier League games. I know. You know, excitement and all that, but you know, I'm more concerned with playing against the big teams. So Everton, we're gonna sim, but let's take a look at who's in the Premier League this season, because well, there's 3 new teams, right? So we've got Bournemouth, we've got Fulham, and we've got Swansea City in the Premier League this season. Norwich are still in here, Leeds, Everton, who else? Burnley, who in real life were relegated, are still here. So, you know, the Premier League is going to look a little bit different than it does normally. But what I might do for like our next career mode is I'll just put whoever is actually promoted in and stuff like that, and we'll get a more normal looking Premier League for whatever the next series is going to be, and whenever that is. So not this time, but you know, eventually. Okay, and like I said, time for the first game of the Premier League season away against Everton. And our starting lineup is going to look just pretty much exactly what it looked like last season, except at right back, we're going to have Matty Cash playing over Tomiyasu. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and let Martinelli start the first game as well, because he sent me a message saying he wants to start. Of course, not in real life, but in the career mode. So yeah, let's go ahead and sim. Anything interesting of note at Everton? No, I don't really think so, except for Fofana. I think Wesley Fofana, maybe, playing at right wing. I hope that's not Wesley Fofana, but it could be. Anyways, quick simming this first game of the Premier League season. The result is going to be a favorable 3-1 win. Saka, Odegaard, and Darwin Nunez on the score sheet, with Ben White getting sent off. So down to 10 men for most of the game, and we actually end up pulling off a 3-1 win. That's pretty cool. So Miguel Aziz out on loan to Getafe, Rob Holding sold to Valladolid. We've got, enough players that we don't necessarily need him around, and he's a little bit on the older side for this Arsenal team, so I'm cool with letting him go. And another Premier League game here. William Saliba gonna fill in for the suspended Ben White, and Smith Rowe is gonna get his first start here against Southampton, who have Timu Pukki now, which is pretty cool. And other than that, they look pretty much the same, kind of, So gonna go ahead and sim this one away at the St. Mary's. 2 away games on the trot and a 3-0 win this time. Odegaard, Tielemans, and Darwin Nunez again. So yeah, 3-1 and 3-0. Pretty good. Pretty good start to the Premier League. I'm happy with that. Well, it's pretty early on in the season to be saying first against second, but it is true. We're first, Man City are second, and we're at home against them, and we're going to be coming up against Man City here. So anything interesting in this Man City team to start off this season? They've got Koundé, who's playing at right back. They've got João Pedro, but they had him already. So yeah, I mean, nothing really too special, it doesn't look like. And we're going to have a new look back line in this game. We're going to give Tomiyasu a try at center back. He's technically the highest rated one alongside Gabriel, and Ben White and Saliba are both 81. So I don't know, maybe he'll feel better than Ben White, maybe he won't. I want to give it a try. And also we're going to see Matty Cash in action. So yeah, that's our new look side, and we're all over 80 rated, which is great, and we're going to see if we can take it to Man City right away in this season. All right, the Emirates is here. It's daytime. We've got that guy in the banana kit again with the tifo out. I still don't know who that is, and we've got some shadows to worry about in this game, but that's okay. Man City are in town pretty early on, and this is going to be probably 3 pretty important points. My aspirations for the Premier League this season include winning it, and that is it. No more, no less. Matty Cash early on here is being tested. Oh, yes. Tomiyasu at center back is already, I'm noticing a big difference in the playing, and Ramsdale, big save. Okay, Partey, I see a run from Odegaard, and take the touch inside, get it on the left foot. Woohoo! Open up the scoring against Man City. It's been, 20 minutes into the game? And Odegaard scores the first goal of the new season. Big stuff happening already. Partey with an assist, too. That you didn't see that very often last season, but you did see this pretty often last season. Odegaard scoring bangers with his left foot. And that is Odegaard's 3rd goal in 3 games, so he is off to a flying start in the Premier League. Let's see if we can get maybe Darwin a goal as well. That would be cool. Tomiyasu's a little out of position. Off the post and in by, is that Mahrez? I'll only be happy if that's Mahrez. Okay, it is. That was quite the finesse shot. Not going to lie. That was beautiful. Nothing Rambo would have been able to do about that. I would have loved a clean sheet, but we don't get those around here. If you are new to this channel, you wouldn't know that. But if you've been around, you'll know that I pretty much cannot get clean sheets. Odegaard, Akers right now. Try and play it to Saka now. Saka's in Akers now. I'm going to play a cross. His right foot's not amazing. Actually, it is! Oh my god! What a cross! What a header! Darwin Nunez on the score sheet, and Saka with an assist. That was an immediate response. That was like from kickoff I did that. What in the world? Saka's right foot is actually usable. I kind of didn't know that. What a cross! It's really good. And the header too? Right in the corner? Wow. Okay. Game on. We're 2-1 up now. And that's Darwin Nunez's 3rd goal in 3 matches as well. So him and Odegaard competing to see who's in better form so far this season. And I can't tell you who yet myself. On the cusp of halftime, City trying to get in another attack. Matty Cash gets fouled though. And that should be enough to take us to halftime. Saka, just play this out there. Okay, I guess they're going to give us this attack. Give it to Odegaard. Uh-oh, Ruben Diaz. That was a heavy touch. And it looks like they'll deal with it. Yep. Halftime, we're up 2-1 against Manchester City, and it's been I would say a tight game, but it hasn't really felt that way. It's felt pretty much like I've been in control the whole time, except for that one thing that Mahrez did, which was a goal from just outside the box. So, not much I could have done about it. Oh boy. I've left João Pedro and Akers, and Ramsdale, you are my hero. Oh my gosh, Tielemans doing some defensive work right now. And playing quite the through ball for Darwin. Do we want another goal? Oh, Darwin always wants another goal, don't you know? It's 3-1 to Arsenal. Going to celebrate in front of the camera. The knockout punch. Oh, he got me. All right. Anyways, that was cringe. That was cringe. But it's a good goal. Arsenal's attacking football is just, it's flowing, man. We're firing on all cylinders in this game. Darwin, with his 4th goal in 3 games, could he be on for a record this season? I don't see why not. What I am going to do is I'm going to make some substitutions, because why not? We have the time, we have the lead. I'm going to take out Smith Rowe for Martinelli just to give him some minutes. Let's see what Guendouzi's all about, actually. Let's put him on. And what else? Let's put on Reece Nelson for Saka. Let's just see what these players are all about. These are new, well, not new. Martinelli's been here, but Guendouzi and Nelson are going to be new to me in this series, so I want to see kind of what they're capable of, so let's give it a try. I know Guendouzi was like one of Marseille's best players, so it should be fun to have him here, even though he'll be backup. Martinelli wants to give somebody a goal. Oh my god, it's Reece Nelson! Martinelli and Reece Nelson link up, and we have a backup set of wingers. I love it. Usually my biggest issue is players that are on my bench don't do anything. Not this time. Martinelli, what a low cross. This is really nice. And Reece Nelson, right place at the right time, which is super important because, like I said, my backups usually can't do anything. So that's pretty awesome to see that I have good backup wingers this season. I hope our backup striker is just as good. And 4-1 now, by the way. 4-1 for Arsenal against Man City. You'll never see this in real life. Oh, quite some space here, but Tomiyasu reads the game so well. Matty Cash, Odegaard, some space for him. Let's try it. Oh, it's just over the bar. That would have been beautiful for a third goal. For a fifth goal. We've got 4 already. 2 minutes of stoppage time. What will we maybe see Man City do in these closing minutes? Absolutely nothing. It's a demolition. It's 4-1. Remember what I said before this game started? My objective is to win the title. I think we can do that. I'm pretty sure we're on for a title race this season. Even bigger than the one we had last season. Though, like, we're like actually contenders after seeing that game. That was pretty intense. In a good way. And another piece of deadwood out of the club. Cedric to Fenerbahce for about 5 million. And it's deadline day, so I don't know that we're going to be able to offload like all of the players we have left to offload. We've got a few here that we want to get out on loan, which is probably not going to happen. And then there's a couple of players that I want to actually sell that I'm not getting offers for either. So we'll see what happens here. But it looks like we're going to have way too big of a squad of players that I can't really use. And yeah, usually once you're at 3 hours left on deadline day, you're pretty much not able to bring any more players out of your club. Like no sales will go through. So yeah, with 1 hour left, we get, okay, an offer for Ben White. But even if I accepted, nothing would happen, so that's not going to happen. And yeah, like I said, we have really nothing left that we can do here, and I don't really have any signings left that I feel like making. So I think we're just going to go ahead and stick with the squad. Only other thing I'll do is just check these free agents, and they've literally all been bought up. Wow, you don't actually see that very often, I'm not going to lie. And I don't really need any of them. I'll keep the Zlatan regen in here because this is Zlatan regen. We can always bring him in if we feel we want to. And other than that, that's going to be the deadline day window done. That's our team for the first half of the season. We have a lot of players here that I didn't necessarily want to keep around. Example being Hector Bellerin, or, you know, I wanted to send Kai Kelly out on loan. I wanted to send all of these regens out on loan and sell off a couple of these other players. But looks like they're all going to be sticking around. So if we have some game time we can give them, we'll certainly try our best to do that. And other than that, I don't know why I clicked on that. But we will take a look really quick at some of your biggest deals. Harry Kane is off to Real Madrid. Pogba is off to Juventus, which is probably happening in real life. Mikel Merino is going to Lazio. And Kimpembe to Juventus. I won't go too much further than that, but basically, a lot of things happened. And if you look at our transfer window here on this little screen here, you'll see that we sold 154 million worth of players and spent 48 million, which means we have way too much money and nothing to do with it. So yeah, in your comments down below, let me know who you want to see with this. I'm not trying to bring across Mbappe or Haaland or anything because I've already used them both in series on this channel. But yeah, that's our team going into the first half of the season, and I think we're more than ready to win a Premier League with it, actually. Now, obviously, another thing that we're in this season is the Champions League. So I think it's time we take a look and see what our group stage draw in the Champions League is this season. And as you can see, we actually have a relatively easy-ish group. We've got RB Leipzig, which is probably the other team that would make it out of this group. And then we've got Feyenoord and Celtic. So not super easy, but also I wouldn't really call this like a group of death or anything like that. It could be pretty competitive for who's going to finish second, but I think we easily top this group. And then, of course, once we get out of the window, by the way, I start getting offers for players I want to sell, like Bellerin. So hopefully he'll be going to Napoli. So Wolves have an interesting looking team. Morelos from Rangers is playing on the right wing. Golovin, a Russian midfielder, is playing at striker. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, no, Adama is playing in the center of the park here in the midfield. So yeah, basically their team is just all kinds of weird, and my first team is ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and let them play, and in 4 days' time, we have our Champions League game. So I think that's enough for them to be able to play and be rested for that game. So result at the Molineux is going to be a 2-0 win. Bukayo Saka and Matty Cash on the score sheet. So the right-hand side showing their class. Hey, Bellerin Sol. Nice. So maybe we'll bring in a backup right back when the window opens. We'll see. But that's obviously not the most important thing. We've got Champions League to play. Our first game against RB Leipzig. And yeah, a couple of my players are a little tired. So maybe I should have went ahead and rested a couple. But that's okay because we've got Martinelli that can play. We've got Guendouzi that can play. And we've got Ben White. But actually also we've got Saliba, and I haven't used him yet. So we're going to play Saliba. So that's what our team's going to look like coming up against RB Leipzig. And their team looks like that. They've got Ben Yedder at the club. They have Calvert-Lewin playing in the midfield. They've got Linez, the Mexican youngster, playing at the right-hand side. And they've got Nkunku at the club still, which is great. And their back line looks pretty much like it would always look like. Guardiola, Willy Orban, Halstenberg, and Gulashi between the sticks. So pretty strong team filled with strikers, but that's okay. We can deal with that. We know what they're all about, and we're going to get out there, and we're going to beat them. Under the lights at the Emirates, and this is why everybody comes to this club, you know, to play Champions League football. Everybody that's here is here for this project, and for this season right here, the Champions League. So it's super important that we start off with a win, because a lot of times I'll actually start off with a loss, and then it can get pretty dicey to decide whether or not I'm going to be able to get out of my groups. So I'm going to try not to get grouped, and I hope I won't get grouped. I'm pretty sure we'll finish top, but that needs to start right here against RB Leipzig. We need these wins. And of course, we all on this channel should be familiar with Leipzig if you guys are returning viewers. You'll remember that we did a career mode with them where we won the treble in the Bundesliga in Season 1, and that includes the Champions League. We won the Champions League in 1 season with this team. Oh, Gabriel. Holy moly. You just flipped that guy. Kind of need to be careful both ways. Like right now, right here. Gabriel. Ah! Crap baskets. That is, yeah, the rat himself. Ben Ratter. First goal. If you guys play Ultimate Team, you know how annoying this guy can be. I don't really play Ultimate Team, and he's still annoying. So that's exactly what I mean. And yep, this is exactly how I played with Leipzig. Just literally so attacking that it's funny, and yeah, just goals galore. Goals galore, man. But I think we'll get a couple of chances to score a goal, so we'll definitely be able to win this game. It's just a matter of when. And it's not yet, I'll tell you that. Martinelli just sprinting down that left-hand side. I'm going to try and play in a cross because there's some space here for Nunez. Oh, what a save. There you go. Guendouzi winning a header and playing through Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez shoots and scores. Of course he does. We're not surprised. Our first Champions League goal from Darwin Nunez. And we are back in this game. It's been 30 minutes, so I knew we would have our chances. Guendouzi doing well to win the ball back in the midfield, and Odegaard and Nunez doing the rest. That's all you need. And now Odegaard with the ball finds Nunez. Nunez looking for Saka. Saka's going to need to get inside, and then outside, and then back inside. Okay, Saka. And now we're going to take a finesse shot, and we're going to get our second goal. Let's go. Bukayo Saka, and we're back in front. Not that we were ever in front, but we're now in front. Bukayo Saka with his first goal in the Champions League for us. And 2 goals in 1 game now. In the first game of the Champions League. We're doing well. Saka just so much space. You see what I mean with this Leipzig team? They're just so open at the back. If you can get in behind, it's over. It's literally over. All you have to do is beat Gulashi, and he's not the best keeper in the world, so it's not that hard to get past him. But he can make some saves. We've seen that happen already. And Bukayo Saka with his first goal. Uh-oh, quite some space opening up here. Ooh. But Saliba was ready for it. Okay, so Linez is also a winger. He's not really a fullback, which means I should be able to get past him pretty easily. Boom. And Saka. Oh, Saka with a brace. Okay, I think this Arsenal team is officially too good, guys. They're too good. Saka with a brace. Literally, in the span of 10 minutes, I think we've scored 3 goals. And that's exactly what happens against RB Leipzig. Honestly, this is pretty normal looking stuff. This would happen to me sometimes when I played with RB Leipzig, except I didn't have 4 strikers on the field at the same time like they do, but that's okay. Saka, that beautiful left foot of his, bam. No chance for Gulashi. The low cross once again, working pretty well. And Martinelli, again, with an assist. Honestly, he's been better than Smith Rowe, hands down. Yes, Guendouzi, what a challenge. He feels so good in that midfield, I won't lie. He could really quickly be replacing Partey at this rate. And this team is just doing incredibly well. I don't even know what else to say about this Arsenal team at this point. They're literally so good, and I just kind of know how all the players play now that I've had a season with them, and it just feels great. Everything is clicking. Everything is going well. Even my backups, like center backs, midfielders, wingers, they're all great. Everything is working just so well. Tielemans, oh my god, his defensive effort is just, it's so good. And now, look at all this space for Odegaard. Oh, I should have probably laid that off. Oh, Martinelli on the rebound. Oh my god, it's 4-1. Guys, I promise, I haven't changed anything. The difficulty is the same. The sliders are the same. Everything is the same. I'm just too good. I'm honestly just too good. I'm too clean. However, I'm pretty selfish. I should have laid this off for Saka. I was getting ran at. He would have gotten his hat trick. However, that header from Martinelli. Clean. Martinelli again breaking through in so much space. I'm going to try and cross this over to Saka. I want him to get his hat trick. But, okay, it's not going to happen. Instead, Tielemans is going to score now. Oh, it's off the post. I said it too soon. I said it way too soon. I jinxed myself. Guendouzi looking for Saka. Oh my god, what a ball. Saka on that bad angle. Bad angle for me to shoot that with. But that through ball was incredible. Well, once again, Matty Cat. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Ben Ratter, what's wrong with you, bro? Alright, let's go ahead and make some subs here. We're going to bring on Sambi Lokonga in the midfield. And, I mean, really, that's about it. I don't really need to bring anybody else on. I'll give Ben White a few minutes, sure. Why not? I actually really like Saliba. I'm not taking him off because I don't like him, but I have substitutions I may as well use. Saka, he's serious about his hat trick. He's going to try and dribble through their whole team like Messi, except he's not Messi, so it didn't quite work. But one day, we'll get there. Apparently, he can grow into the 90s, so, oh, never mind. Here he goes. Hat trick. Saka, hat trick with his left foot. 5-1 against RB Leipzig. Saka's too good. Everybody's too good. It's just, it's insane. I just feel so comfortable with this team and these players. This has the potential to be like, honestly, my favorite team I've used yet. I'm not going to lie. I always knew that Arsenal had so many good players that I wanted to use, but I never knew they would be this much fun. I'm having so much fun playing with Arsenal, honestly. It's 5-1. It's a demolition. I mean, at this point, may as well hand me the Champions League now. Oh, Martinelli. Oh my god. Gulashi, what a save, my guy. It's a freaking 5-1 demolition of RB Leipzig. I thought this was going to be the hardest game in our group, and it was the easiest game I've played in a long time. Saka with the match ball, but we didn't get a clean sheet, as always. We all know how it works here at Mental Hog's YouTube channel. We don't get clean sheets, but we do get 5-1 wins and hat tricks for Bukayo Saka, so I'm not going to complain. Well, this video is getting pretty long here, so I'll try and make these next games easy. A little bit faster, rather. Our next game, up against Burnley, I'm going to play Smith Rowe at cam. Smith Rowe at cam. Martinelli is going to start. Reece Nelson will start. Why not? And then we'll also start William Saliba and Tomiyasu as our center back pairing. That'll be it. I don't want to necessarily put Balogun on because he's a little bit too low rated. And yeah, that'll be that. We're going to go ahead and sim against Burnley, who have Origi, Weghorst, Cornet, nobody too crazy new, but we're going to quick sim this, and we're at home, so we should win, and it's a loss. Okay, well, that was going to happen eventually. Brownhill and Goodmanson for them, Odegaard for us, and it's our first loss of the season. Okay, so it's time to get the Carabao Cup underway, and may I present to you our second team for this season. It's going to look pretty interesting. We've got Smith Rowe starting at camp, Martinelli starting on the left, maybe a place we might need some backup, because those two players are both regularly in the first team. Guendouzi, Sambi Lokonga, Reece Nelson. Matty Cash is our only right back, really. Actually, we can go ahead and rotate him for, what's his name? While he's still here, Hector Bellerin. I know he doesn't want to be here, but he is sold, so he needs to be playing games. So he'll play Saliba and Kai Kelly, and Nuno Tavares. And then Olszewski at the goalkeeper spot. So that's going to be our second team. And our bench for this one is filled with a lot of Youth Academy players that otherwise won't get games. So, first game in the Carabao Cup. This will be probably the only game we get played. I don't know. We'll see. If maybe we'll make it through. Maybe we won't. Result, a 2-1 win. Balogun and Smith Rowe with a goal. So maybe I should trust Balogun a little bit more, even though he's low rated. Couple more games to get through in this month. We've got Leeds away at Ellen Road. And our first team is going to maybe be pretty tired after this one. But we have a Champions League game in a couple days too. So that's why I say that. And we'll probably have to rotate for that. But I'm more concerned with the Premier League besides the group. So I'm going to go ahead and sim this one against Leeds. The result, a draw. Okay. Our results are not going super well in the Premier League right now. Alrighty, and to finish off the month of September, Celtic are in town, and I barely recognize any of their players, which is obviously great, because it means we'll probably win. So a little bit of rotating needing to be done here, and we're going to go ahead and sim against Celtic in the Champions League, and it's a 4-0 thrashing. Saka and Odegaard, and then Darwin with a brace. Pretty much guaranteed to go through at this point. It's only been 2 games, but I still feel like that's the case. Okay, well, I've been recording for just over an hour and 15 minutes here, so that's probably a good time to call it. We got through 3 months, we got through the transfer window, we got through 2 months full of games now that we're in the Champions League too. We have pretty busy schedules, and next month, LOL, next episode, we will get ourselves probably all the way up until like around the end of December, maybe even into the January transfer window. I'm going to try to move pretty quickly, but we'll see. We'll see, obviously that's going to depend on results. So, if you guys enjoyed episode 7, or otherwise known as the beginning of season 2 of the Arsenal Career Mode, show your support down below, drop a like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And other than that, I will see you guys for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and peace.